My child, before your thoughts rush ahead of this moment, before the worries of tomorrow begin speaking again, before the weight you carry quietly returns to your chest, come closer and listen to me. You have been trying to stay strong for a long time. You wake up each day with responsibilities waiting for you. You try to focus on what needs to be done. You try to move forward even when your heart feels heavy. You keep going even when your mind feels tired. But I see the quiet moments too. I see the moments when you pause and wonder if things will ever change. I see the nights when you lie awake thinking about your future. I see the questions that move through your mind when everything becomes silent. You are searching for reassurance. And today I want you to hear something clearly. You are not forgotten. Even when your prayers feel unanswered, even when your plans seem delayed, even when your path feels uncertain, I am still working. You measure progress by visible results. You look for signs that everything is moving forward. When you do not see immediate change, your heart begins to worry. But my work in your life often begins in places that cannot be seen. Just like seeds grow beneath the soil before anything appears above the ground, many of the changes happening in your life are forming quietly beneath the surface. Growth does not always look like movement. Sometimes growth looks like waiting. Sometimes growth looks like patience. Sometimes growth looks like learning how to trust even when the outcome is not yet visible. And right now, you are growing more than you realize. You have walked through moments that once felt impossible. There were days when you thought you might not have the strength to keep going. There were situations that shook your confidence. There were times when disappointment felt heavier than hope. Yet you were still here, still trying, still listening, still believing that something better is ahead. That perseverance matters. It tells me that even when your faith feels small, you have not completely let go of it. Your heart still hopes, and hope is powerful. You may feel like your life is moving slower than you expected. You see other people achieving milestones, reaching goals, building futures that seem clearer than yours. Comparison quietly enters your mind and begins asking questions. Why is my path different? Why does my progress feel slower? Why does everything feel uncertain? But my child, your journey is not meant to look like someone else's story. The timing of your life is not random. Every delay, every detour, every unexpected turn carries purpose that you cannot yet fully see. Sometimes the path that appears slower is actually the path that leads to deeper strength. The lessons you are learning now will protect you later. The patience you are developing now will help you handle blessings that require maturity. The wisdom you are gaining now will guide decisions you have not yet faced. Nothing you are experiencing is wasted. Even the moments that feel confusing, even the moments that feel lonely, even the moments that make you question whether you are on the right path. I am guiding you through all of it. Your mind often tries to understand everything immediately. You want clarity. You want answers. You want reassurance that the direction you are moving in will lead somewhere meaningful. But clarity does not always arrive before the journey begins. Sometimes clarity arrives while you are walking. You are learning to move forward without having every answer. And that kind of trust strengthens your spirit in ways certainty never could. I know there are times when your thoughts become overwhelming. You think about the future and wonder if you will succeed. You replay past moments and wonder if you made the right choices. You imagine possibilities and worry about outcomes. But your thoughts do not control your destiny. I do. And I see possibilities for your life that your mind cannot yet imagine. The dreams that live quietly inside your heart were not placed there by accident. Your desire to grow, to build something meaningful, to live with purpose, These desires reflect the direction I am leading you toward. But purpose unfolds step by step. You are not required to understand every step before taking the next one. You only need enough trust to move forward today. Your journey will include moments of uncertainty. That does not mean you are lost. It simply means you are walking through a chapter where growth is happening. Think about the strength you have already developed. You have learned resilience. You have learned patience. You have learned how to stand again after disappointment. Each of these lessons prepares you for the next season of your life. And that next season is coming. If these words are speaking to your heart right now, pause for a moment and press the like button. That simple action helps this message reach someone else who may also need reassurance tonight. And if you want more reminders like this, messages that strengthen your faith and calm your mind, subscribe to this channel. Because there will be other days when you need to hear these truths again. My child, I want you to remember something important. You are not walking this path alone. Even when you feel like no one understands what you are going through, even when you keep your struggles private, even when you carry responsibilities quietly without asking for help, I am present with you. I see every effort you make. I see the moments when you choose patience instead of frustration. I see the times when you keep trying even though results have not appeared yet. I see the courage it takes for you to continue believing that your life can still move in a meaningful direction. That courage matters, and it will lead you somewhere greater than you expect. There will come a day when the confusion you feel now begins to make sense. The pieces of your life will begin fitting together in ways that reveal purpose behind the waiting. But for now, you only need to take the next step. Trust that I am guiding you. Trust that your story is still unfolding. Trust that even when your path feels uncertain, it is not without direction. The future ahead of you is not empty. It is being prepared, and you are being prepared for it. Even though you cannot see everything clearly right now, the direction of your life is not random. There are moments when you feel uncertain about the road ahead, but uncertainty does not mean your life lacks purpose. Sometimes uncertainty simply means you are standing at the edge of growth. You are moving through a season where patience is shaping your character. This season may not feel exciting, but it is meaningful. Many of the most important transformations happen quietly. They do not appear dramatic at first. They happen slowly, deep within your heart and mind. I see the questions that pass through your thoughts. You ask yourself if you are doing enough. You wonder if you are making the right choices. You question whether the path you are walking will truly lead somewhere meaningful. These questions come from your desire to build a life that matters. But you do not need to carry the entire future inside your mind. The future will unfold one step at a time. You often try to see the entire path before you feel comfortable moving forward. Yet life rarely works that way. If every step of your journey were already visible, there would be no space for faith. Faith grows when you move forward even while some details remain hidden. And your faith has been growing. You may not notice it because you focus on what still feels uncertain. But the strength inside you today is not the same strength you had before. You have learned from experiences that once felt overwhelming. You have gained wisdom from situations that challenged you. There were moments when you felt like giving up. Moments when discouragement whispered that your effort might be wasted. Moments when disappointment made you question whether anything would change. But you continued. You kept trying. You kept believing. You kept searching for meaning. That persistence is shaping your future. Your life will not always feel this uncertain. There will be a time when clarity begins to appear. You will recognize opportunities that once seemed hidden. You will understand why certain doors closed and why certain paths required patience. Many answers become visible only when you look back. Right now, you are still walking forward, and that means some pieces are still forming. But formation is not failure. Formation is preparation. The patience you are developing will allow you to appreciate blessings when they arrive. The resilience you are building will help you stand steady during future challenges. The wisdom you are gaining will guide choices that shape your destiny. Nothing about this season is meaningless. Even the moments that feel slow, especially the moments that feel slow. Your mind often searches for reassurance in visible progress. But sometimes the most meaningful progress happens in places that are not immediately visible. Inside your heart, you are learning to trust more deeply. Inside your mind, you are learning to quiet fear. Inside your spirit, you are learning that your value is not determined by how quickly things happen. These lessons will remain with you long after this season ends. And this season will end. Waiting is not permanent. Growth always leads somewhere. You may feel like you are standing still, but many things are moving quietly around you. Opportunities are forming. Connections are developing. Possibilities are preparing themselves in ways you cannot yet recognize. The right moments often arrive when the timing finally aligns. Until then, your task is simple. Continue moving forward. Continue learning. Continue trusting that your life has direction even when the road feels unfamiliar. If these words are bringing calm to your mind right now, pause for a moment and press the like button. That simple action helps this message reach someone else who may be feeling the same uncertainty tonight. And if you want to keep hearing messages that strengthen your faith and bring peace to your thoughts, subscribe to this channel. Because there will be other days when you need reminders like this again. My child, your journey is unique. You do not need to compare your progress with anyone else. Each person walks a different path. Each life unfolds according to its own timing. Comparison often creates unnecessary pressure. It makes you believe that you should already be somewhere else. It convinces you that your progress is not enough. But your progress is real. Every lesson you learn matters. Every effort you make counts. Every step forward, no matter how small, moves you closer to the life that is being prepared for you. There will be moments in the future when you realize that this season shaped you more than you expected. The patience you practice now will become strength later. The wisdom you gain now will guide important decisions later. Even the quiet days are preparing you. Do not underestimate the value of these moments. Sometimes the most important chapters of your story are written during the times when it feels like nothing significant is happening. But something is happening. You are becoming stronger. You are becoming wiser. You are becoming more aware of who you are and what truly matters to you. That awareness will guide you toward opportunities that align with your purpose. Your life is not meant to be rushed. The future ahead of you is not something you must chase desperately. The right moments will arrive at the right time. Your responsibility is simply to continue growing into the person who will be ready to receive them. You do not need to carry the pressure of knowing everything. You do not need to control every outcome. You only need to keep walking forward with trust. Trust that your story is still unfolding. Trust that every challenge has taught you something valuable. Trust that even when you cannot see the full picture, your path is still being guided. There is more ahead of you than you can see right now. New opportunities, new experiences, new understanding. And when those moments arrive, you will look back at this season with a different perspective. You will realize that what felt like uncertainty was actually preparation. Preparation for growth. Preparation for purpose. Preparation for the life that is slowly forming ahead of you. Before you finish listening to these words, take one slow breath. Release the pressure to know everything today. Release the fear that you are behind. Release the doubt that tries to convince you your efforts do not matter. Your story is still moving forward. You are still growing. You are still being guided. And the future ahead of you is still being prepared. Trust the journey. Trust the process. Trust that even when you cannot see the next chapter clearly, it is already being written. Amen.